Long ago, in the land of Persia and Tartary, on the banks of the whispering Oxus River, where the fog clung like a silver veil at dawn, two armies slept beneath the stars, Persians in the south, Tartars in the north. In the Tartar camp, a young warrior named Sohrab lay restless. Though praised for his courage, his heart ached with a secret dream, to find the father he had never known, the legendary Persian champion, Rustum. As the first light touched the horizon, Sohrab sought his wise elder, Persian. The old man's tent stood on a hillock, its felt walls damp with dew. "Let me challenge Persia's bravest lord," Sohrab pleaded, his eyes bright with yearning. "If I win, Rustum will hear my name across the winds. If I fall, let the river carry my story to his ears." Persian sighed, stroking his white beard. "Seek him with words, not swords, my son. Carry an unwounded heart to his arms." But Sohrab's resolve was as firm as the mountains of Pamir. Meanwhile, beyond the river, the Persian camp stirred. Rustum, once a lion of battle, now silver-haired and weary, sat alone in his scarlet tent. He polished a falcon's bell, his thoughts far away in Seistan, where his own aged father waited. When his friend Guduz begged him to face the Tartar challenger, Rustum shook his head. "Let younger men rise. My battles are behind me." But Guduz's words pricked his pride. Will men say Rustum hoarded his fame like gold? Silent, the old warrior rose. He armed himself in plain steel, hiding the emblems that would reveal his name, and mounted his chestnut horse, Ruksh. As the sun burned away the fog, the armies gathered on the sands. Sohrab, tall and slender as a cypress in moonlight, stepped forward, his eyes scanning the Persian ranks. Rustum, broad as an oak, his helm bearing a single scarlet plume, met him in the open space between the hosts. A strange hush fell. Even the wind held its breath. "Turn back, young eagle." Rustum's voice rumbled like distant thunder. "The grave is cold and life is sweet." Sohrab's heart quickened. "Do you know Rustum?" he asked, hope trembling in his words. "I seek only him, to stand before him as a son, not a foe." But Rustum hid the truth behind a wall of pride. "Rustum? He would make ashes of your dreams. Yield, boy." Their swords met in a shower of sparks. Lightning split the sky as they circled, one driven by longing, the other by duty. Sohrab moved like quicksilver, his blade singing, yet he stayed his hand again and again. "Something in your eyes reminds me of home," he whispered, parrying a blow. But Rustum, stung by the boy's grace, fought with the fury of old wars. His spear found its mark, and Sohrab fell, a scarlet stain blooming on his side like a rose in the sand. As Rustum stood over him, triumphant, Sohrab smiled through pain. "You strike hard, old wolf, but Rustum will avenge me, for you have slain your own son." "Lies!" Rustum growled, though ice crept into his veins. Then Sohrab bared his arm, revealing a griffin etched in vermilion, the seal Rustum had given his mother long ago. "See, the mark of your blood." The world shattered. Rustum's spear clattered to the ground. He crumpled beside Sohrab, cradling the boy's face, his son's face, now pale as moonlit porcelain. "I did not know you," he wept, his tears falling on Sohrab's brow. "Oh, my son, my son!" Sohrab nestled into his father's arms. "Bury me in Seistan, where the Helmand River shines like sapphire. Let travelers know, here lies Sohrab, Rustum's son, loved too late." His breath grew faint as a moth's wing. "Do not mourn the battles. Mourn only that we met as strangers." As life slipped away, Rustum made a vow. "Your name will echo in the hills forever." He wrapped Sohrab in his horseman's cloak, crimson as the sunset, and sang the lullaby of Seistan, the one he never sang to the child who slept in his arms. Night deepened. The armies withdrew, leaving father and son alone by the river. Ruksh, the loyal horse, nuzzled Sohrab's still hand, whining softly. Far away the Oxus flowed. Its stars reflected like 1,000 unspoken prayers, carrying sorrow to the silent sea. And Rustum sat vigil until dawn, his head bowed over the boy who crossed the world to find him, only to leave him in the starlight.